Many of us didn't see it yet in early 2020. But today, millions of us are now aware of the emerging one world government and their deceitful plans to seize power hidden under the guise of world health. And many of us are now awake to the fact that this so-called New World Order is religiously paganistic, luciferic, and satanic. So it's no surprise that their coronation ball climaxes on May 28th with a devil-horned moon and the Jupiter-Mars conjunction, which is believed to bring success when starting a war. Their big week of megalomania begins on May 22nd in Switzerland, with both the World Health Organization's annual World Health Assembly and the World Economic Forum's annual meeting in Davos. In Geneva, the WHO will be voting on a pandemic treaty known officially as the Zero Draft Report of the Working Group on Strengthening WHO Preparedness and Response to Health Emergencies. This pandemic treaty will make them the directing and coordinating authority on international health. The WHO's Zero Draft Plan includes regular simulation exercises, global surveillance, more vaccines, more censorship, contact tracing, and digital vaccine passports. In Davos, Klaus Schwab's World Economic Forum's annual meeting theme is History at a Turning Point. Their agenda includes more vaccines, more censorship, and more LGBTQI resilience. The same week in Indonesia, the United Nations Office for Disaster Risk Reduction is holding their annual global platform, where they will be planning for regular ongoing pandemic simulations, more global governance, more money to fight climate change, and ultimately accomplishing the United Nations 2030 Agenda, also known as the Great Reset. After the New World Order's narcissistic coronation week ends with the devil-horned moon and the Jupiter-Mars conjunction, Klaus Schwab and his fellow Satanists can celebrate with their friends at CERN. And then what? In March of 2021, the Nuclear Threat Initiative conducted a tabletop exercise simulating a global pandemic involving a monkeypox terrorist attack. Something that Bill Gates has told us to expect. The Biden administration has just bought millions of doses of monkeypox vaccines, and mysterious cases are now being reported. The final assault of the New World Order will involve a man-made bioattack, food shortages, FEMA camps, rolling blackouts, and endless riots. Violence may save your life someday, and it might save our freedom, but it's not a solution. If we really wanted to solve this problem, we could all peacefully convene at our local government council and demand either their allegiance to the Constitution or their immediate resignation. Because the New World Order is not going to surrender, and the entire U.S. government is under their control. This coming Memorial Day, remember and honor the ancestors who died for our freedom, because it may very well be our last.
Here we need a vast military-style campaign to marshal the strength of the global private sector. It offers the only real prospect of achieving fundamental economic transition.
Reporting for InfoWars, this is Greg Reed.
Submitted a series of proposed amendments to something called the International Health Regulations, the IHR. Now, the Biden administration's amendments, along with those from several other countries, will be combined to create a new global pandemic treaty. We need a pandemic treaty. That treaty is set to be adopted starting this weekend in Geneva at the World Health Assembly. The World Health Organization would also assume total control over vaccine manufacturing and distribution. We're not making this up, by the way. According to the document, WHO would create a, quote, truly global end-to-end platform for vaccines, diagnostics, therapeutics, and essential supplies, shifting from a model where innovation is left to the market to a model aimed at delivering global public goods.
We have to make sure that we're ready because there will be another pandemic, and there's so many lessons about how we weren't prepared, how we should have handled things differently. And, you know, when that's clearly in our mind, those investments need to be made. And getting those early warning systems in, that'll improve health all over the world. So this time, I think people will pay attention.
You may have noticed talk of another virus outbreak in parts of Europe, Australia, and right here in the United States. It's monkeypox, a rare viral disease that's in the same family as smallpox.
We have Biden trying to hand over unilateral powers today to the WHO, the World Health Organization, to allow them to declare a public health emergency whenever and however they want, overriding anything that our country wants to say. So Biden's trying to give our sovereignty in the situation up to them. And they're voting on this in like 190 countries this week. This is absolutely huge. Okay? So the World Health Organization just put together this emergency meeting because of what they're calling this monkeypox outbreak. Well, would you know that there was a huge meeting in a huge dry run, so to speak, ran November 2021. Here we are. The NTI put a paper out on what they did, partnered with the Munich Security Conference to conduct a tabletop exercise on reducing the high consequence biological threats. And what is the name of the main thing that they touch on? Monkeypox. And it just so happens in their scenario that they have, imaginarily playing out that on May 15th, 2022, this whole thing goes into motion. This is on the PDF from their website. Welcome to the new phase, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll have to prepare for the next one. That, I'd say is will get attention this time.
After everything we went through with the COVID outbreak, forgive me if I'm a little bit skeptical or questioning of the latest breaking news on monkeypox and the World Health Organization treaty. From precisionvaccinations.com, your premier destination for vaccination news, certified by NewsGuard as credible. 13 million freeze-dried monkeypox, smallpox vaccines ordered. My friends, have you seen the news about the potential monkeypox case in Massachusetts? What about the news of 23 suspected cases in Spain? I believe it's 23. What about the 17 potential cases in Montreal? Could we be facing the emergence of a monkeypox outbreak?
Confirming the state's first case of monkeypox. It's also the first case in the U.S. this year.
Now, the infected person is a man who recently traveled to Canada. Monkeypox is a rare, potentially serious virus. It begins with flu-like symptoms, swelling of the lymph nodes, and a progressive rash on the face and the body. Health officials, though, right now say there's no risk to the public.
We don't have enough already in our lives to worry about. Now we have monkeypox to possibly worry about. What is monkeypox? Well, monkeypox is part of the pox virus family, which includes smallpox. Well, let's jump to how you get monkeypox. Humans can get monkeypox from animals or through bites or scratches. And you can get it from person-to-person transmission through the exchange of large respiratory droplets during prolonged face-to-face contact. And what are the symptoms of monkeypox? I'm going to tell you right now. It's similar to the flu. You get fevers, headaches, muscle aches, exhaustion. You can develop a rash on your face and different parts of the body. It can look similar to syphilis or herpes. But don't worry, it's very interesting that the United States bought 13 million additional doses of the monkeypox vaccine. From that biotech company right there,
for disease control announced a startling discovery. Long forgotten vials of smallpox, one of the deadliest and most feared diseases in history. It was thought to be wiped out, but there it was in a cardboard box in a storage room just outside Washington, D.C.
We also face a new threat that the next epidemic has a good chance of originating on a computer screen of a terrorist intent on using genetic engineering to create a synthetic version of the smallpox virus.
Vials labeled smallpox found at a lab in Montgomery County. Smallpox is so deadly, only 2 labs in the entire world are allowed to have doses. Those vials were found at a Merck facility in Upper Gwinnett Township, Montgomery County, where vaccine research is conducted.
Say, okay, what if a bioterrorist brought smallpox to 10 airports? You know, how would the world respond to that?
A truck hauling 100 monkeys collided with a dump truck outside Danville, and 3 of the monkeys got out. They arrived in the U.S. last week from Mauritius, a country in Eastern Africa. They were being taken from New York City to a CDC-approved quarantine facility. The 3 that escaped posed a health risk to the public, CDC officials told us today. Macaques can pass deadly viruses to humans.
This morning, a Massachusetts man is in isolation after being diagnosed with the first case of monkeypox in the U.S. this year. Dr. Chin Hong says monkeypox can spread through the sharing of any bodily fluid.
It behooves us all to think about a pandemic response.
Could be that individuals are not as immune to monkeypox as they once were as a result of smallpox vaccination. That's why we see the ordering of the vaccine.
You know, we'll have to prepare for the next one. That, you know, I'd say is will get attention this time.
Great morning, Patriots. Cam Savage here with a special news announcement. Behind me here is the CDC advising of the very first case of human monkeypox in the United States on July 15th, 2021. A passenger from Nigeria to the United States who resides in Dallas. Sound fishy yet, America? Although monkeypox is rare, potentially serious viral illness typically begins with flu-like illness and swelling of the lymph nodes and progresses to a full-body rash. Does that sound familiar, America? Sounds like a COVID vaccine side effect. Rashes start a few days to more than a week after your shot. See? Told you. That's from the CDC. Trust the science, right? Trust the science. That's what they always tell us. You stay classy, America.
England are growing, but should we be worried? There are now 7 cases of the virus. Most of them are in London, but 1 is in Newcastle. It's thought the first case was a person who caught the infection from a recent trip to Nigeria. The UK Health Security Agency said 4 of those infected self-identify as gay or bisexual and are urging these groups to be alert to the symptoms, which include fever, headache, aching muscles, backache, swollen lymph nodes, chills and exhaustion. A rash can also develop, usually starting on the face before spreading to other parts of the body. It eventually forms a scab which falls off. Most people with monkeypox recover within a few weeks, but some can get severely ill. But the UK Health Security Agency says the risk to the general public remains very low because the disease doesn't spread very easily between people.
It is so beautiful today. That's an understatement. It is gorgeous. Raising the frequency, raising the vibration. Deep divers, I hope you are feeling good. I hope you are taking care of yourself. I hope you are getting your butt into nature. If you are watching this video, I want you to remind yourself, no matter how bad it seems right now for you, it will pass, and tomorrow's a new day, so don't give up hope. Remind yourself, it is all working out for you in the long run. Just give thanks. Thank you, universe. Breathe with me, deep divers. Breathe. Let's go. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. I'm fully charged right now. Oh yeah. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers. We are out here in the heart of nature, baby. It's a gorgeous day. No place I'd rather be than with the birds, bees, leaves, and trees. I'm home sweet home, deep divers. I'm back. No, I never left. Now, I want to share this message with you, deep divers. I'm FaceTiming you right now. It's happening now, but people don't see it. Oh, yeah. It's happening now, but people don't see it. We live in a world so fake, the truth actually scares people. It doesn't scare the cat down the road, though. Oh no, we can handle the truth, deep divers. So, there is so much happening in the world. So much. And I want to remind you to focus on yourself. Because despite what is happening out there, it is nothing compared to what is going on in here. Slow motion this side. Remind yourself, deep divers, to prioritize your inner peace, your mental health, get your butt into nature, do a little samba, baby, and know everything will be okay. I want to talk to you about this, deep divers. I want to talk to you about what's happening now and what most people don't see. We got a whole lot to talk about. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? One love to all of you magnificent deep divers of planet Earth. So, it's happening now, but people don't see it. So much is happening. Do you know, deep divers, a lot of ancient prophecies are actually coming true right now. A lot of ancient prophecies are actually being fulfilled right now. How did the ancients know that? How did these people who wrote these ancient texts and scriptures, how were they able to predict everything that's happening right now? The Bible, the Quran, the Torah, the Kabbalion, the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Bhagavad Gita, how were they able to predict everything that's happening right now? The Kabbalah, the Enuma Elish. Let's take the Bible. There's Revelation 13, 16 to 17. It goes like this. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand and on their forehead.
What can you buy with $1 US?
Bitcoin! On their right hand and on their forehead. And that no man may buy or sell unless he has the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. They are talking about the QR code. They are talking about the New World Order. In ancient texts, they mention great plagues. They are talking about the pandemic. In ancient prophecies, they talk about the Great War. And there is a great war happening. No, not just between Russia and Ukraine. No, I'm talking about a spiritual warfare. The ancient prophecies, the Native Americans, the Hopi prophecy, they talk about when the earth is ravaged, when everything is crumbling and falling apart, a new tribe shall come unto the earth from different creeds, backgrounds, nationalities, and whom by their deeds and actions shall make the earth green again. They will be known as the warriors of the rainbow. That's happening right now. It's happening now, but people don't see it. So today is the 75th World Health Assembly. WHO, the World Health Organization, have something called the World Pandemic Preparedness Treaty. And what they're trying to do, WHO, the World Health Organization, is to have emergency powers in every single country in the whole world. So today they're discussing how to prepare for the next pandemic. Oh, you thought COVID was over? Nah. They're just getting started. And that's why you have to prepare yourself, because it's going to happen. Monkeypox, pardon? Who said that? Cat down the road, did you say that? Yeah. They're also coming together to discuss monkeypox and how to stop monkeypox from being the next pandemic. But you don't hear me though. You see, if it goes ahead, who will have power over all countries, emergency powers, to tell people what they can do and what they can't do, what they can do, what they can't do regarding their health. In other words, it is leading to more centralization, a one world order. But you don't hear me though. It's happening now, but most people can't see it. Why? Because you're distracted. Bread and circuses. Juvenal, the Roman poet, spoke about it. To control the masses, you need bread and circuses. Entertainment. Are you not entertained? Most people don't see what's happening. They think everything is sweet. Everything is cool. But guess what? You're going to get caught lacking. You're going to get caught off guard. Because if you don't realize we are in the new world order, if you don't realize we are in the midst of spiritual warfare, it's a battle for the hearts and minds of the people. And you have to wake your ass up, because this is the time where they are changing everything. Human beings are changing. It's happening now, but most people don't see it. The new human. I talked about transhumanism. Human beings are literally becoming machines. Have you noticed how so many people living in busy cities have become distracted? Because they're so tuned in to the AI, the metaverse, they forgot about the real world. And that's why I tell you, every single day, I'm out here in the heart of nature, raising the frequency, having the real experience. But it's happening now. Most people don't see it. We are reaching a point where it's going to be hard to differentiate between the reality and the illusion, because the metaverse is looking so real right now. And that's where they want to trap you. So you got to get out, plant your feet, come to nature, 7-day vegan challenge, start eating to live. It's happening now, but most people don't see it. A lot of people are getting off grid. A lot of people know what time it is. They realize that, yes, why is Bill Gates coming out with a book, How to Prepare for the Next Pandemic? Oh, they're telling you that COVID was nothing. In the next 5 years, the next 10 years, it's going to be a bumpy road for humanity. You better prepare yourself. You better prepare yourself and wake up. Because like Orwell said in 1984, if you want a vision of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever. You better wake up. I tell you, choose love over fear. Let love guide you, not fear. but it's happening now. Most people don't see it. What is happening? Many people right now are not realizing people are losing their freedoms. Once upon a time, you could just travel around so freely. Now, if you want to travel to a country, you got to take this test, that test. Oh yeah, social credit score is on the way. You better prepare yourself and say, wait a minute, I am going to stand in my power. I'm going to stand up for my freedoms. I'm not going to be passive in my own life, because they want a world where you have no freedoms. They want a world without touch, no feeling. A world without smiles, no meaning. They're giving you these false idols. It's happening now, but you don't see it. Yeah, the false idols they were talking about in those ancient texts, celebrities, and by the way, you are the real celebrity, you are the real star, but they're leading you, many of them, to the slaughterhouse, because if they're not teaching you, telling you.
Hold on. This cheese pool is some crazy. This is a cheesesteak samosa.
Teaching you, telling you about the truth. If they're not helping you evolve, they're a distraction. It's happening now, but most people don't see it. We are in the end days. This whole entire system is imploding. This whole entire system is on its way out. And that's why they talk about the Great Reset. That's why they speak of the New World Order, because Babylon is falling. It's happening now, but most people don't see it. Oh, you know, like how they told you in the Men in Black? A person is smart, but people are dumb, dangerous, panicky animals, and you know it? Yeah, while they are getting ready for the next pandemic, a lot of people are taking selfies, consumed by a narcissistic mindset. Consumed by a narcissistic mindset. And this is the reason why a lot of people are drinking the Jim Jones Kool-Aid. It's happening now. Go and research who Jim Jones was. Go and find out why it's probably best you don't drink the Kool-Aid, but a lot of people will. Because a lot of people you know are still programmed. A lot of people you know are still distracted, blinded by the lights. And this is the reason why over the next few years, you're going to see so much happen all at once, you're going to be overwhelmed. And this is the reason why make sure that you are freeing yourself every single day, because we are in the midst of spiritual warfare. Your protection is being in the love frequency. Nobody can harm you there. There is nothing to be afraid of. What else is happening now, but people don't see it? People are leaving the matrix. They're getting off the grid. Many people are coming together. Like minds are connecting. People are no longer blindly believing the media and the TV. People are now waking up to the truth of who they really are. It's happening now. Thank goodness. It's about time. So I want you to remind yourself, deep divers, pay attention to what's going on. Because COVID ain't over. COVID ain't over. The next pandemic is on the way. It's happening now, but most people don't see it. And therefore, you have to prepare yourself. You have to detach. But most of all, you got to breathe in that good ass prana, baby. And then just say, Feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? There. Beautiful deep divers, let love guide you, not fear. I'm just, woo, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Go and check out that new book.